citizens of the world, seekers of truth. This changes everything. I told you about parallel worlds. I've been ridiculed, I've been mocked, I've been debunked, I've been caught and questioned even, which further proves that I'm right. Yes, parallel worlds are real. I'm sure of that, but I thought there's no real way to cross over, that these are just parallel planes existing perpetually, never touching. But what if I told you that there is another world, let's say the other side, that is dying, and that is also very technologically advanced? What would they do to ensure their survival? Well, they found a way to cross over. This. You see, this, a mind of a conscious being, transcends reality. You and I, we touch other worlds all the time when we dream, when we think, when we create. Briefly, inconsequentially, but it's a little doorway that opens up between worlds. And this other side found a way to slip bits and pieces of information in through that little doorway. Have you ever wondered why we are at each other's throats all the time? Why this world is such a mess? Well, I believe it's the influence from the other side. You see, to create a portal, let's say, a way to cross over, they need something I call the great calculation. And the way to perform such a calculation is, once again, this. Our minds constantly working on the great calculation, whether we like it or not. It's like mining Bitcoin. Our minds are infected and are calculating all the time for the sake of the other side. It's devious. Well, but you see, to perform such a calculation, the infected mind needs to work in a certain direction, in a certain way. So they influence us to create art, to develop sciences in a certain direction, so that our minds work the way they need. Let's say we create a TV show, Squid Games, and then millions of people around the world ponder the questions of morality and capitalism and so on and so forth. That's not incidental. That's the type of thinking, the calculation required at the time. It's strange. It's strange. And you see, I don't know how much we're influenced by this other side. Maybe what I'm saying right now are not my thoughts. Maybe they were put in my head. But I don't believe so. I believe I see something real. And now we come to this. I found this self-published comic book. It's called The Book of Aaron. And it talks of a character named Aaron, obviously. He's gifted a comic book that speaks of parallel worlds and outside influences. It talks of the worlds that are being manipulated for the purpose of preparing them for invasion. Remind you of something? For the purpose of great calculation. But the influence has got too far in those worlds. Under the influence, each world got on a destructive path and ended up being unusable for the other side. But each world helped progress the calculation. The author invents this situation, which seems to reveal the truth. It's a fascinating read, and we will talk more about this. But for now, open your minds. The truth seeker is just not too wide.